Okay, so 11.1 is on page 577, and it's we're going to look at dilations now. We've talked about them before, but now we're actually going to do some. The first thing I want you to notice is right here. It says a dilation is a transformation that can change the size of a polygon, but leaves the shape unchanged. There's a center of dilation and a scale factor, okay? Those are going to be important. And that determines the position size of the image after a dilation has occurred. So if you turn to 579, you have applying properties of dilation. And the center of dilation is the fixed point about which all other points are transformed. And the ratio of lengths of sides is a scale factor, okay, between the beginning image and the final image. The properties of dilations: it preserves angle measure, that stays the same. It preserves betweenness, which we'll talk about. It preserves collinearity. These lines are still going to stay on the same lines. It preserves orientation. Points don't get mixed up. And dilations, the map a line segment to another line segment, and it's the product of the scale factor, okay? Dilations map a line not passing through the center to a parallel line and leave a line passing through the center unchanged. I don't know that we'll do too much with this last one. So let's look at B though. And this is saying, hey, determine if the transformation on the coordinate plane is a dilation. If it is, give it the scale factor. So, are all these angles C to C prime, those B and B prime, and A prime the same? And yes, they do look the same. Then it says, does it preserve betweenness, okay? Now, betweenness just means is everybody lined up, is B still between A and C? And all the points are in the same order. Collinearity, are they still all on the same lines they should be? And yes, they are. Is the orientation of the image the same? Yes, it is. And what's the scale factor? Well, let me erase my marks here. And I can see that C is at 0.2 and C prime is at 0.4. So that was a scale factor of 2. And if I check all the other points, they're going to increase by that also. So is this a dilation? Yes, it is. So turn to page 580. And 580, it says, determine if the transformation is a dilation. Okay, well, the angle measures are the same, yes. Betweenness, everybody is in the same spot. Collinearity, yes. Orientation, yes. And then we can find out the scale factor. And it looks like the scale factor it looks like, let's pick 2 points, the scale factor, okay? So B prime is at 0.3. B is at 2, did it again, 0.2. So what am I multiplying 2 by in order to get 3? Well, divide by 2, and it looks like I'm multiplying 2 by 3/2, and so that's my scale factor. Okay, so let's look at the next one. Well, everybody's lined up in the same spot. And it looks like the angles are all the same measures, but do you see that the orientation is not the same? It flipped it. So this is not a dilation. Now roll down here a second to the next thing. Determining the center and a scale of a dilation. So when you have a figure and its image after dilation, you can find the center of dilation by drawing lines that connect corresponding vertices. These lines will intersect at the center of a dilation. So you have your two images. So you're drawing a line through A prime to A. Okay, I'm going to draw a line. I'm drawing a line through B prime and B. I'm drawing a line through C prime and C. Where they intersect is the orientation. Is the center. And then you measure. You measure OC is 19, and you measure OC prime. And that's how you can figure out what the scale factor is when it's not on a nice coordinate plane. So we are going to do that on the next page. If you look at B, okay, so here's our two figures. And I'm going to try to draw as straight as lines as I can. So A through A prime, B and B prime, and then C prime. And I'm going to call it about there, okay? Now, yeah, without a ruler, these are really hard to do very accurately. But then if I use my ruler and measure, I'm going to get that I'm going to label my intersection O, and O to A prime is about 30 millimeters. And when I measure O to A, I get about 60 millimeters. Okay, so the scale drawing is 1 to 2, okay? The scale factor is 2, all right? And we will do the your turn in class tomorrow. And that's all there is to this video.